John Wick 3, excommunicado. Hi, I'm Jesse, you're watching JLS Comics. Thanks for pressing play on this video. Today, we're doing a movie review, spoiler free of course, about the brand new movie. Comes out May 17th, 2019. I'm talking about John Wick 3. This movie clocks in at just over 2 hours. It's 131 minutes. It's a rated R movie and it leans really heavily into that R rating. This is the third part of a trilogy. The first movie came out in October of 2014 and that movie was completely over the top, full of heart. He was fighting for his dog. The next movie took it to the next level. That came out in the beginning of 2017. And here we are, now that the dog's redeemed, now that the car has been avenged, what is he fighting for? Those questions are answered in this movie. Absolutely, it makes sense why he is still fighting. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this movie. It is directed by Chad Stahelski, who was actually Brandon Lee's stunt double all the way back on the Crow movie that came out in the early 90s, one of my absolute favorite movies. And incidentally, he's supposed to be directing an adaptation of Ed Brubaker's comic book for Image Comics called Kill or Be Killed, which should be fantastic. This boasts an all-star cast. Of course, Keanu Reeves is returning. Then you have Halle, Laurence, Fishburne, Dacascos. So basically what you have is Matrix alumni, Catwoman, and a guy who starred in one of my favorite martial arts movies from the 1990s called Only the Strong, where he really made it believable that he was a master of capoeira. And that plays into this movie quite a bit as well. Dacascos is a character who is the Iron Chef, of course. You have Neo from The Matrix versus the Iron Chef. You have the Man of Tai Chi versus the Iron Chef. But he is really phenomenal. He's got a lot of charisma, a lot of energy, and he steals a lot of scenes that he is in. Whether he's a hero or a villain, you can't deny that Dacascos has a lot of charisma. And as you can probably tell just from that cast and crew, this movie will be nothing if not a lot of excitement and a lot of action and just a lot of fun. So like I said, with the dog already avenged, the car already avenged, what is this film about? It's a follow-up film and it continues quite literally moments after John Wick 2. In the past movie, there was a scene where he shot and killed somebody on the premises of the Continental Hotel, which is basically sacred grounds. It is neutral grounds, and that is something that is forbidden by the high table. It happened, and so they put out a contract on John Wick's head for $14 million, which attracted all sorts of assassins and bounty hunters and criminals, killers, and they just descend on him all at once. Because the story picks up so close to the end of John Wick 2, I would recommend seeing that before you see this. You don't have to have seen it. It does explain what's going on throughout the film, but to get a better understanding of John Wick and the world and the motivations that are happening with him, it probably would be best to have seen at least that second one first. But as the subtitle Parabellum alludes to, there's plenty to go to war for over. And this movie leans heavily into its namesake. Not only is Parabellum an extremely popular cartridge like all over the world, the word and the subtitle itself comes from Latin. It comes from Si vis pacem parabellum, which translates to if you want peace, prepare for war. In other words, the bodies and the shells are going to be piled high, and they sure are in this movie. The film highlights its beautiful choreography. We get a really fantastic cameo from a actress that has a lot of weight and gravitas to her. And I'm talking about Angelica Huston. Angelica Huston is in New York City. She is one of the very, very few that John Wick can lean on for a favor, along with Halle, who, by the way, her dogs steal the scenes. They are brutal, they're awesome. But Angelica Huston runs a ballerina agency, and one of the things that she says is art is pain. And that translates all throughout this movie. The choreography is tight and it's slick, and the parallels to the dancing scenes are beautifully done. You get to see the parallels between the ballet, the choreography, the fight scenes. It's slick and it's highly stylized. There's a lot of very vibrant colors. There's a really cool scene with this room that's full of glass and LED screens and these old samurai suits with Dacascos and his his minions that fight John Wick. It's a really cool scene, but they combine this like sort of sophisticated flair with a down in the gutter grindhouse sort of style. It's as ridiculous as it is brutal. It's full of these like really breathtaking action sequences. Some of them are like at least 5 minutes long. They're over the top, borderline, I don't want to use the word cartoonish, I'll say super heroic. I'm avoiding that, but we could say you can feel almost like you're like in a first person shooter video game at some point in this. It is unrealistic at times, but it makes for a super great amount of fun. John Wick absolutely ups the ante from John Wick 2, which was already over the top. While the movie does dig deep into its own mythology, there is a relatively thin plot that's hidden behind like muzzle flashes and the brutality of it all. It does get a bit exhausting, especially after 2+ hours of the film, and a serious case of desensitization will set in. Although you can't ignore the vast amount of technical and creative skill that went into these ultra-violent sequences and the choreography and the skill that it went into do this. For a slick action film like this, it might not be a candidate for an Oscar, but this should absolutely be counted as one of the best of the genre. If you like John Wick 2 or the previous two films, if you like Dread, if you like The Raid, you will thoroughly enjoy this movie. And for that, I give it a 9.0 out of 10. But now it's your turn. If you've seen it, let's continue the conversation down in the comments below. I'd really love to hear from you, your thoughts and your rating on the film. If you're here and you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Join this rapidly growing JLS Comics family. I upload new comic book, superhero, movie, anime content every week. That's it for this review. This has been a review of John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum. I'm Jesse, this is JLS Comics, and I'll see you soon.